Of energy because I've wanted to be here for so long, and then climbing with Sarah and seeing all of her energy and just her desire to go, and it's good to feed off of that. And I think that's how you choose partners sometimes, is you pick people based on how they complement you and what they can give that you can't necessarily drum up in your own personality as easily.
There's a certain fear to all difficult drag climbs. I don't necessarily like being scared. I like being calm and at peace. But there's something about challenging myself that brings me that peace, and danger is definitely a part of that.
The morning when I was in my sleeping bag, already cold, and I knew I had to get out of my sleeping bag and be colder. No, that I didn't like that part. But every other time when we had to cook at night, just setting the tent, like having to prepare everything, climbing, and that was pretty cool.
You ready, Ines? Yeah, but I don't see the second humor. Maybe.
It's just right under your helmet, Audrey.
The climbing was sometimes really nice, sometimes scary, because we had really hard conditions. The ice was very thin and not always attached to the rock. And you know exactly when you put an ice screw in, it's not even better than nothing. But the climb itself, I really enjoyed every single pitch I could lead.
Yeah, the climbing was very cool. Like lots of sections were very steep. A lot of the climbing was on very hard snow.
Just perfect styrofoam neve. And some of the ice was pretty fun, really mentally challenging to always be using rock protection while climbing little bits of ice and snow. And just putting it all together. It was definitely a mixed climb with challenging protection. And every pitch, we didn't know if it would go.
I feel proud we could climb the route as high as we did on that conditions. But when we reached that point where we had to decide to go down, it hurt so much at this moment because it felt so close to the summit, and we just had to climb 300 meters in the sun. We climbed 4 days in the shade, and then as soon as we saw the sun, we had to go down. That really was kind of a painful moment. So much work, so much effort in so many days. And then to bail 300 meters before the summit, that was one of the harder moments in my life. This mountain is so big and it's so much colder in the night, and you have such a harder time to get an orientation. So we had to decide to come down. That was a team decision.
Our expectations of the time it would take to summit this mountain, we just didn't quite get it right, and so we cut ourselves a bit short with our timing and our food and that kind of thing.
And I knew it was probably our last chance, because everybody spent so much energy, so much effort into that attempt that I didn't expect that somebody wanted to do it again.
My left foot was a bit colder than my right, but I never thought that it was that bad. I was so surprised when I took my sock off and I saw that. I was, whoa, I wasn't ready for that at all. Yeah, when you're up there and you see that, there's not much you can do. I just try to warm my toe as much as I can and just try to send energy there all day, move my toes, and try to come down as fast as we could, but we still have to rappel, so it takes time.